Hey there, welcome back to Insight. I'm Rachel Berry, and joining me now is Sylvia from Aging and In-Home Services, and we are talking once again about Medicare fraud. It's an interesting topic, and I think it's something people don't want to talk about, but they need to.
Yes.
So starting off, what is Medicare fraud once again?
Medicare fraud is any time you receive a bill, or anytime you receive a bill really and you haven't received the service, or maybe you received a service and they're billing for something else altogether. So Medicare fraud looks really different. It's so many types of Medicare fraud. It would be difficult to kind of think about all of them. There's some common types of Medicare fraud, like a lot of fraud around genetic testing, a lot of fraud around COVID testing right now, and there's always fraud and abuse associated with durable medical equipment. And so we just recently got updated on fraud associated with ambulance rides to medical providers. And so it's a lot of different ways that people can take advantage of individuals and their Medicare information.
And I think it's interesting when you head to the hospital or you go to a doctor, there are so many different things that you're billed for, but they can kind of sneak in there. Is that what you're saying?
It could be snuck into a bill, or it could be a situation where you just did not receive the service.
Okay.
You didn't receive it. It could be a situation where you received something and it was not medically necessary, or it wasn't ordered by your primary doctor, and then that kind of brings it back to not medically necessary. And so it could be something very simple that you just are not paying attention to, or it could be something as big as, like, I never had this test. I never had the MRI or whatever, Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And I know there's people sitting at home saying, I might be a part of this. How do people know if they are a victim of Medicare fraud?
Well, we encourage everybody to do a couple of things, like protect your Medicare information. We actually say treat your Medicare card like a credit card, and you don't normally share your credit cards, so don't share your Medicare information. Also get in the habit of reading your Medicare summary notice or your explanation of benefits. It's the same document. If you're with a private company, it's an explanation of benefits. If you're with a Medicare, if you're part of Medicare, it would be a Medicare summary notice. But get in the habit of reading that, recording your health care so you know when you go to the doctor or what doctor you went to, what did the doctor order, if there were any tests. And so when that Medicare summary notice comes in, it really is like a check and balance. I can look at my Medicare summary notice, I can go back and look at dates and doctors, and if something is incorrect, I notice it right away. And so if you, especially around durable medical equipment, if you receive some kind of equipment and you know you didn't order it, the doctor didn't order it for you, but you're noticing that billing on that Medicare summary notice, it may be something that you would want to investigate more.
Yeah, that's really interesting. If there's anyone that says, I might be a victim of this, what are the steps they should take?
The first thing that we do is we kind of think of it as giving individuals the benefit of the doubt and just thinking, is this human error? Was there a mistake made? And so if we ask them to contact their provider, ask for a summary of the billing to make sure that it's actually correct. And then if it's not correct, we can take that documentation to help file a report that for further investigation.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Sylvia. Once again, we appreciate it. It's really interesting to learn about these things that I think people often don't want to talk about. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. And if you want to keep up with all that is happening with aging and in-home services, you can text JOIN AIHS to 22828 to become part of their monthly e-newsletter list. And for other information, you can head to agingihs.org.